We live in the era of triggers. You probably know the word. You know your list, loud noises, a specific tone in your boss's voice, the news on your phone, the feeling of being ignored. We have become experts in our own pain. We walk through life like bomb disposal technicians in a minefield, constantly scanning the horizon. Where's the danger? What might hurt me? It is exhausting. Living in constant anticipation of an explosion isn't living. It's surviving. But what if I told you that healing your nervous system isn't just about avoiding the bad? What if there is an opposite to a trigger? A micro moment that doesn't derail you, but instead brings you back home. In psychotherapy, there is a new term for this phenomenon: glimmers. And this isn't about positive thinking or ignoring reality. It is a biological mechanism that can physically rewire your brain. In this video, we will explore how glimmers work, why you usually miss them, and we will try a simple practice to teach your nervous system to feel safety, not just threat. To understand glimmers, we need to turn to the work of Deb Dana, a clinician and researcher who adapted polyvagal theory for therapy. She says, triggers scream, but glimmers whisper. Our nervous system has an evolutionary negativity bias. For survival, it was 1,000 times more important for our ancestors to notice the rustle of a predator in the bushes than to enjoy the beauty of a sunset. Those who stared at flowers usually didn't survive. So, your brain works like Velcro for bad experiences and Teflon for good ones. Fear sticks instantly. Safety slides right off. Glimmers are micro moments of ventral vagal activation. This is the state of social engagement and calm. These aren't huge events like a vacation or a promotion. They are tiny sparks. The smell of fresh coffee in the morning, a stranger's random smile, a ray of sunlight hitting your desk, the feeling of soft fabric on your skin. Let me give you concrete examples so you know exactly what to look for. A glimmer might be the sound of your dog's paws on the floor, the way sunlight moves across your coffee mug, the texture of a sweater that feels just right, a bird singing outside your window at 7 a.m. These aren't just happy thoughts. They are biological safety signals. When you catch a glimmer, your body receives a microdose of safety hormones. Your heart rate slows down, your shoulders drop. This doesn't mean your problems disappear. It means your nervous system gets a signal. Right in this second, we are okay. If triggers shake your system, glimmers are the anchors that stabilize it. But if glimmers are everywhere, why don't we see them? Why, when someone tells you to look at what a beautiful day it is, do you feel only irritation or emptiness? If your nervous system has been operating in survival mode for years, in a constant state of fight, flight, or freeze, you are physiologically incapable of perceiving safety. Imagine you are running from a fire. You are running to save your life. If, in that moment, you ran past the most beautiful garden in the world, would you stop to smell a rose? Of course not. Your brain would filter that information out as irrelevant. Who cares about beauty? We are dying. This is how many high-functioning people live. You have been running a survival marathon your whole life. Your brain has tuned itself to ignore beauty because beauty requires vulnerability. Beauty requires stopping. And stopping has always meant danger to you. Your body literally cannot process safety signals when you are in sympathetic overdrive. It is like asking someone running from a bear to notice the wildflowers. Your amygdala is screaming, "Danger!" so loudly that the ventral vagal pathways, responsible for social engagement and calm, go completely offline. Your brain isn't broken. It is just specialized for survival, not thriving. This doesn't mean you are ungrateful. It doesn't mean you are a pessimist. It means your defense system is working too well. It is protecting you from everything, even joy. That is why when you try to think positively, it doesn't work. You cannot rationalize a scared animal into enjoying life, but you can, drop by drop, show it that the war is over. This is where the magic of neuroplasticity kicks in. There is a famous principle: neurons that fire together, wire together. Every time you focus on a trigger, you reinforce the neural highway of anxiety. You make that road wider and faster. Working with Glimmers is building a new road. At first, it is a faint path in a dense thicket. It is hard to find. You have to push through doubts. But every time you notice a glimmer and hold your attention on it, you flatten that grass. You pave the path. One glimmer won't change your life, but 100 glimmers will start to change the structure of your brain. This is why glimmer hunting works better than affirmations. When you say, "I am safe," to a terrified nervous system, it doesn't believe you. But when you show it 100 moments of actual safety, body sensations, not words, it starts to build trust. Research shows it takes about 400 repetitions to create a new neural habit. That's roughly 4 glimmers a day for 3 months. Not sexy, but effective. It's like a savings account. You don't get rich from $1. But if you deposit $1 every day in a year, you have a resource. When a crisis hits, and it will, you will have a safety reserve. Your nervous system will be more resilient. You will bounce back faster. Let's move to the practice. An important disclaimer: this exercise is not a substitute for therapy and is not intended to invalidate your pain or trauma. We are not ignoring the darkness. We are simply adding a little light. The technique is called stop and soak. Your task for today is to find just one glimmer. It can be anything: the sound of rain against the window, the warmth of a cup in your hands, the color of leaves on a tree, a funny video of a cat. When you notice it, and this is the most crucial part, do not move on. Stop for 30 seconds. Most people notice something pleasant. "Oh, that's nice," and rush forward. That doesn't work. That doesn't change the brain. For neurons to wire, they need time. You need to soak in the feeling. Let's try it right now. Find something pleasant around you with your eyes. Or recall a moment of comfort. If nothing came up, that is normal. Your first glimmer might be the feeling of your feet touching the floor right now, or the temperature of the air on your skin. Stay with that sensation. Notice how it changes when you breathe into it. If you found something, allow that image to fill your awareness. Where do you feel it in your body? Maybe it's a warmth in your chest, a lightness in your shoulders, a subtle smile. Breathe into that sensation. Let it expand. Tell yourself, this is a glimmer. This is safety. If your brain says, "This is stupid, I have a million problems," gently thank it for its vigilance and guide your attention back to the sensation. Just 30 seconds. That is all it takes. Deb Dana says we cannot get rid of all triggers. The world will always be complex and unpredictable. But we can fill our lives with enough glimmers so that those triggers no longer control us. Seeking glimmers is an act of rebellion. In a world that sells you fear, choosing to notice beauty is a radical action. It is a way to say to your trauma, "You are part of my story, but you are not the whole story." Today, when you turn off this video, just look around. Maybe your first glimmer is already waiting for you.